everybody. Welcome to my YouTube again. I'm glad y'all all came back again to see what was up. Well, this time we're going to be planting herbs in a wheelbarrow. Like I told y'all before, 99% of my garden comes from seeds. This one doesn't. I did try to plant herbs this year. My basil was the only thing that came up. I had I think 4 thyme and probably 5 oreganos that came out of a whole package that I put out. For some reason, I just really cannot grow herbs that well, so I usually buy them at the store. If you know a way to do herbs, I'd appreciate it if you comment and let me know how to do it so I can share it with my people and we can do it together. That way it'd be great because I do like growing everything from seeds. But what we're going to do now is we're going to go outside and I'm going to show y'all the wheelbarrow and how to grow everything from seeds. Okay, hi guys. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to plant, this was my dad's old wheelbarrow, and it's something that I have left over whenever he passed away that I want to save. I want to keep it, and I think the best way to do it, since it's rusting out, is to turn it into a planter. Anybody can do a planter on anything. This is really fun and easy. We've already put our compound in here, which I did put a little bit of seed starter in here since it's in a wheelbarrow. Plus herbs are very finicky on growing. If people have ever grown them before, they are very, very finicky. I don't know why, but they're harder to grow than anything else. But we're going to put a little bit of our blood meal that I like to use. We're going to put the shake and feed. We're going to put a little bit of that. I got my gloves. I have my handy dandy tool that I love, which I am going to look this up and find out where I got it, and I'll let y'all know. I'll put it in my comment section at the bottom. We're going to plant thyme. I didn't have but I think 4 plants that survived out of this whole little carton, but I do have 4. Here's the oregano that I grew. I didn't have very many of those. I have 5 of those. The rest of these I got from the store. This one is like half dead, so I'm hoping I'll bring it back to life. I'm gonna feed it and baby it. This is Greek oregano. This one is Greek oregano. And then those 2 down there, oops, hang on. These are Italian oregano. I have 2 of those. So that's all that we're going to plant in this wheelbarrow. So what we're going to start off with first, I'm going to put the blood meal down. And we're just going to kind of use our hand and just mix it up real good. I'm going to set these on the ground, of course. I do like using gloves every once in a while. I had another pair, but of course, my son's dog, decided it was a chew toy, which she loves chew toys. So you're just going to kind of put some in here. About 2 handfuls on this wheelbarrow. And then I'm going to put a little bit of this shake and feed in here also. Just to give it a little bit of extra. Of course, give it a few shakes. And then I'm just going to kind of use my hand and just do circles, as you can tell, where I'm just breaking the dirt up, the compound, of course. And plus I'm putting the meal and everything down in it. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and start and put the plants in the ground. Oh gosh, this oregano smells amazing. I love the way oregano smells. It smells so good. I'm kind of setting on where I want them planted. And since oregano kind of spreads out, the kind that I have comes up, it doesn't always spread out. thyme comes straight up, and then this oregano will go out a little bit. Okay, hi. Okay, now we're ready to start planting. I wanted to move the camera in a little bit so you can see what's going on. You can't see my face real good, but that's okay. I'd rather you see what I'm doing than to see my old pretty face. But anyway, what we're going to do, I was going to use my tool, but it's not working real good, so we're just going to use our hand. We're going to dig a hole, which underneath this compound that I have in here is straw. I put a little bit of straw on the bottom. The wheelbarrow is really old and it's rusty, and I thought, okay, well, it's got a lot of holes, but not too many holes, so I thought, let's put some straw. That way the water's not just setting in the dirt, in the compound, sorry. It can go down into the straw and it can drip through, or it can come back up. Plus it starts composting. Straw is a good compost. I mean, it really helps if you believe it. Anyway, you're going to dig a pretty good size hole. This is the oregano that doesn't look so good, and we're going to see if we can bring it back to life. And as you saw a while ago, I put the blood meal, and then I put the shake and feed, and then I used my hand and I just kind of made circles to move it all around. So now we're going to use this. Now, in my last video, I said try to keep as much dirt as you can with the plant when you get it. What it is this dirt that comes, or the compost that comes with the plant, it's a seed starter, and it's very good for it. The plant is used to it. Whenever you take a plant from here and you put it in another area, it's about like you move into another house or whatever, and you have to get used to it. Well, it takes them longer to get used to it, but if you keep as much of this around it, it takes less time for it to adapt to its new area. Plus, it's less likely to pass away. So, I would break it up just a little bit, and then all you do is just put your new compound around it. Oh, and I just broke that one off. I'm so sorry. You know what? We're going to put it in the ground and see if it comes up. Sometimes stuff happens. We're going to try. Dig a little hole, put it down in there, and bury it. We'll see what happens. This poor little plant looks horrible. And this is one of the Greeks. I like to put the little labels beside it whenever we do it. So now we're going to do another one. Same kind. It's a Greek. We're going to dig another little hole. When we take it out of the container, we want to keep all the compound with it. Just kind of, all you have to do is smush it a little bit and it'll come right out. Put it down in here. Move it around a little bit. And then we're going to build this up around it. We're going to see how it goes. We might have to come back and put some more in here later, but we'll figure it out as we go along. All right. So now I'm going to plant some more oregano. And this is actually called Italian oregano. And the way I'm looking at it, it looks like it grows straight up, which is really good. Because most of the time oregano grows out and across like mint. Mint grows across. I had some in my yard and it took over my yard, which I'm not really complaining because every time I mow, I love the way that my yard smells. It smells so good. It smells like mint. And it was actually a spicy mint. So it's pretty cool. Again, we're putting our little tags beside them. We have one more oregano that I bought. And it's also an Italian oregano. Oops. All right. Okay. So now we're going to plant the oregano that I grew. It's in little bitty containers. Hang on. Okay, so we're going to dig some little holes we're going to use this tool, and like I said, I am going to go out there and find out where I got it, and I'll put y'all like a little clip on where I got it so y'all can get some. And it looks like I only had 5 of these that actually survived. So we're going to get these out of here very easily. Okay, well, that didn't work out very well. We're going to put some of the dirt down in here, some seed starter. And I make my seed starter from scratch. I do not buy a seed starter. Let's go ahead and just dump this out because they're not really wanting to come out anyway. We're just going to do it very easily. There we go. Alright. So here's another one. Remember, there was only 5. So we're going to take this dirt, and we're going to put it down in here in these holes. And then we're just going to kind of put these out here. Now these, be careful with. I just kind of separate it around it, and then I use my 2 fingers, and I just put my fingers around it just like this, around the plant, because you don't want to hurt them. Like I said, herbs are very finicky. So you have to be very, very careful with them. And then we have one more. That's all the oregano. Alright, so now we're going to do our thyme. This is my thyme. I've never grown thyme before. We only have 4. So we are going to put these in the middle. I don't know how big they're going to get. I guess I will find out as we go along. Again, they're in this little container. I love these containers. Even though it's hard to get the stuff out afterwards. I just kind of dump it out. Again, I have to apologize for my neighbor's dog. There's one more here. It is not wanting to come out. It is really seated in there. Yeah, there it goes. Alright. So here's one. And you know, you kind of want to, like I said, put your fingers around it, help it kind of stand up a little bit. Dig a little hole, put it down in there. Alright guys, and here's our little herb garden. Here's my thyme stick. Actually really, really pretty. And then you got to clean up afterwards, of course. And then we're going to water it. We're just going to mist it just a little bit. You don't want to put a whole lot on it. You just want to get it started. And since it's not raining finally, we're just going to barely mist it just a little bit, just to get it started. Alright. And that's our herb garden.